Hello friends. Welcome to T Academy. Welcome to the model paper of Andhra Pradesh Gram Ward Sachivalayam Digital Assistant or Panchayat Secretary Grade 6 model question paper. And this is the sixth model paper that we are discussing in our YouTube channel T Academy. Suppose if you are new to this YouTube channel, so please subscribe for getting more updates. And if you like this video, so please share with your friends and give a thumbs up button in the comments. Now we'll continue this part, and in this video we will discuss the 50 electrical and electronics engineering and electronics communication engineering subject related questions. And this video is also useful for the preparation of SSC JE, Transco, Genco sub-engineer exams as well as assistant engineer examinations and various competitive exams of electrical and electronics engineering. Let's continue the session here. The first question here, as you can see, yes, the first question is an electric heater is connected across sorry 230 volts and it draws a current of 2 amperes, then the resistance of the heater is. Okay, so I had written this paper. Okay, please forgive me if any spelling mistakes are there or pronunciation mistakes are there. Okay, now here the question is what they asked is they given a voltage, they given a current, they simply asked to find what is the resistance. So simple, no? What is the formula here? So basic formula Ohm's law, V is equal to R into I. Okay, and what about the R here? R is equal simply V by I. How much V? You got it as a 230 divided by 2. Okay, so the options are 230, 23, 11.5, D is 115. So the correct answer is yes, it is 115 ohms here. Okay, similarly we'll move to the next question here. The meter constant of an energy meter is, if you have seen my previous video, in that video I discussed one problem on measurements and measurements topic subject, and the topic is to find the energy meter constant K. Okay, in that point, in that video I have given a clear explanation why we will take the revolutions per kilowatt hour. So the units for the energy meter constant is revolutions per kilowatt hour. The reason why, because we will multiply 1000. Okay, so because of to getting kilowatt, and for hours it is 3600. Why? Because in that problem the given data is in seconds and is in watts. Okay, so the options are revolutions per kilowatt hour, kilowatt hour per revolution, kilowatt per revolution, revolution per kilowatt. So you know the answer, it is revolution per kilowatt hour. And the next one, see here, interesting question and important questions for AE examinations. A 2 kVA transformer has iron losses of 150 watts. Okay, iron losses of 150 watts and full load copper losses of 250 watts. The maximum efficiency of the transformer will occur when the total losses. Okay, so here the concept is we need to get the maximum efficiency. The condition for the maximum efficiency is the core losses. Okay, the core losses are there, they are kept constant. Whatever the copper losses are there, they made equal to the core losses. So that means here we have 150 watts as a core losses. Now whatever the copper loss are there, 250 watts, but what we will do, we will make it equal to how much? 150, which is nothing but a core losses. So combined together will give a result of 300 watts. So the options are 500 watts, 400 watts, 300 watts, 275 watts. So answer, you know, that is 300 watts. Okay, let's continue the 54th question here. The function of condenser, CONDENSER condenser in thermal power plant is, the options are purify water, purify steam, condense used steam into water. So condense steam into water, and D, condense water. So in thermal power plant, whatever the water is going to be boiled in the boiler and is going to be become into steam. Okay, the steam again reused. Okay, the steam is reused here. So condenser in the thermal power plant, which is used to condense used steam into water again. So we are recycling the water. That's the reason why C is the right answer. Next one. Find the mutual inductance between two ideally coupled coils of 2 Henry and 8 Henry. So we need to find the mutual inductance. The relationship between the mutual inductance and self inductance are, we will define it with a ratio here, that is M is equal to K divided by sorry, mistaken here, I'll correct it. K is equal to coefficient of coupling, K is equal to M divided by square root of L1 and L2. Okay, if you are preparing for SSCJE, this is the most important formula. Without this formula, no question is there. Okay, so maximum you can get a 4 to 5 questions based on this same concept. Now here the question is, find the mutual inductance between two ideally coupled. Ideally means K value is going to be 1, so that M is equal to square root of L1 is 2 Henry and L2 is 8. So square root of 16, simply answer is 4. Okay, so it's having units of Henry. So answer is 4 Henry. Okay, 8 Henry, 2 Henry and 16 Henry are the other options, right? Which of the following fuel has a least calorific value? Which of the following fuel has a least calorific value? So it is nothing but resonance. Okay, hydrogen, LPG and wood. So it's a kerosene oil. Okay, so K is there. So kerosene oil, hydrogen, LPG, wood. So it has a, wood is a least calorific value. Next one, a magnetic circuit is applied with a current that changes at a rate of 5 amperes per second, and it has a inductance of 2 Henry. The induced EMF is equal to, so the induced EMF is equal to VL is equal to L into di by dt. Okay, so because of the Lenz law property, you can consider minus sign here, but most will take plus sign. But in the given options, see here L is how much? It is 2 into 5 amperes per second is nothing but 10. Okay, now let's check the options. So 10 is the matches with the only one answer here. So B. Suppose if the answer is none of the above, we can consider it as none of the above. But here the answer is matches with the minus 10 volts. So answer will be minus 10 here. Okay, so by considering the Lenz law property, which opposes the cause of its production. Next one. A 200 volts DC machine has armature resistance of 0.5 ohms and it has a armature current of 20 amperes. Find the induced EMF when the machine acts as a motor. When the machine acts as a motor, the basic formula is V is equal to EB plus IA into RA. The basic formula you know. So what is the EB? EB is nothing but induced EMF or back EMF. EB is equal to what? V minus IA into RA. You know the values. V is how much here? It is 200 minus IA value is how much? 20. 20 into 0.5, how much you get? 10. So if you are taking this, answer will be 190. So B is the right answer. So remaining all are wrong answers, right? Our remaining options are 210, 200, 215, right? Okay. Now next one. The average value of a sinusoidal wave is a dash into maximum value. If you take any waveform like this, the average value will be, obviously if you take a over a complete time period or over one cycle, it is going to be 0. But the average value, if you consider here the half cycle only, then the average value will have some magnitude. If you take a full cycle, it will be 0. So among the options, if the answer is 0, then you can prefer. But in the question itself, the examiner given 2.63 root 2.5. That means the answer is for only half cycle, not full cycle. So the correct answer will be B here. Okay, 0.637 here. Next one. Find the frequency of a rotor induced EMF of a three-phase 440 volts 50 Hz induction motor having a slip of 10%. The frequency of rotor induced EMF Fr is equal to slip into actual supply frequency. So slip is how much? 10% means 10 by 100. Supply frequency is how much? They given 440 volts 50 Hz. So 50 you can consider here. So how much? 5. Frequency is nothing but Hz. The options are 50 Hz, 2.5 Hz, 5 Hz is the right answer. Okay. Next question. The direction of arrow. So make a correction here. Arrow represent the direction of dash when the diode is forward biased. So if you take the diode symbol here, so this is the arrow, the symbol here. So here we have anode and here we have cathode. Okay. What it represents is this arrow direction is when you get a forward bias, this will be the direction of current. So answer is conventional current flow here. Okay, remember answer is conventional current flow. Next, a shaded pole motor is basically the options are single phase induction motor, option B is shunt motor, option C is synchronous motor, option D is series motor. The correct option here it is a single phase induction motor. Next one, C, 63rd question here. A coil is wound with 50 turns and a current 8 amperes produces a flux of 200 microwebers. Calculate the inductance of the coil here. Okay. So in the given question they mentioned about the current and the turns and the flux. But finally what we need to find? We need to find the inductance. The formula here it is. Okay. L is equal to N into 5 flux linkages by current. Okay. So flux linkages. Number of turns are 50 here and flux is 200 into micro means 10 power minus 6 divided by the current is 8 amperes. So by solving this equation here, okay, so you can expect the answer as 1.25 millihenry. So answer is 1.25 millihenry. Next one, 64th question. A three-phase induction motor range of slip is. A three-phase induction motor, if you consider the three-phase induction motor here like this, okay. So slip is 0 and the slip is 1 and slip is greater than 1 here and slip is less than 1 here. So here means it is in generating mode, it is in motoring mode and it is in braking mode. As you can see here, three-phase induction motor, the range of slip is in between 1 and 0. So 0 less than 1. So answer is in between 0 and 1. So 64th question A is our the right answer. Next one. The power factor of an AC circuit is equal to, if you take the power factor of the AC circuit means either it may have resistance, inductance and capacitance, either it may be, okay. If you apply voltage here, R, XL, XC, okay, minus XC is getting. Now here, the power factor is defined cos phi is equal to the resistance divided by total impedance. Resistance total divided by impedance, the answer will be C here. Okay. Next one. The motor whose rotor and a rotating magnetic field. This question very important. The motor whose rotating part and the rotating magnetic field of the stator. So 2 points are given. One is physically rotating, another one is stationary, but imaginary point of view, it's rotating at a rotating magnetic field of stator. Rotates of the same speed is called dash motor. Yes, answer is synchronous motor. Suppose different speeds means we can say induction motors, that's called slip speed. Okay, the option is C will be the right option. Other options are slip ring induction motor, universal motor. Right? Next one, find the net capacitance of the combination in which 10 capacitance of 10 microfarads connected in parallel. So 10 microfarad capacitance connected in 10 in parallel. So it is 100 microfarads. 50 microfarads, 1 microfarad, zero point 0.1, and D will be our answer. And next one, the annual load factor of a generator station is equal to the number of units generated per year divided by maximum demand into 8760. Number of units generated per year divided by maximum demand, C both, D none. So answer I am repeating here. The number of units generated per year divided by maximum demand into 8760. What is 8760, sir? 8760 is nothing but it is a number of hours in a year. So answer is A here. Next one, which of the following voltage range is used in the medium transmission line? Options are less than 20 kV kilovolts, B is greater than 200 kilovolts, C is 20 kV to 200 kV, D is 50 kV to 200 kV. So answer is for a medium transmission line it is 20 kV to 200 kV. For long transmission lines more than 200 kV. For short transmission line up to 20 kV. Okay, answer is C. In a capacitor start single phase induction motor, the current in dash leads the voltage. The capacitor, there are two windings are present in case of a capacitor start induction motor. So one will be auxiliary winding, another will be main winding. Okay, the auxiliary winding is also known as starting winding here. Okay, in a capacitor start single phase induction motor, the current in the main winding leads the voltage. Okay, or so answer correct here, it is a starting winding. Okay, it's not the main winding, it's the answer is starting winding. So in a capacitor start single phase induction motor, the current in the dash leads the voltage means starting winding leads the voltage. The other name for the starting winding is running winding. Okay, so make a correction. Next one, 71 question here. If the inductance y is equal to a plus jb, then a is, so if you are taking the admittance here, if you are taking admittance y, then y is equal to g plus jb, where g is nothing but conductance, b is nothing but susceptance. So a represents what here? The options conductance, susceptance, resistance, reactance. Yes, answer is conductance, G here. Okay, next one. The amount of AC component present in the DC output of a rectifier is given by dash factor. So what is this question, sir? The amount of AC component present in the DC output of a rectifier. In a rectifier you are getting an output. That output is not a pure output. It is a having some pulsating quantity. Okay, the pulsating quantity is so it will have some ripples here. That ripples. Okay, the answer is ripple factor. Other options are peak factor, power factor, form factor. Okay, next one. The resistive component of a rotor with a resistance R2 offered to the backward rotating flux wave in a single phase motor runs with a slip S. I will repeat the question again here. The resistive component of the rotor with resistance R2 offered to the backward rotating flux wave in a single phase motor runs with a slip S is, the options are R2 by 1 plus S, second option is R2 by 2 minus S, R2 by 1 minus S, R2 by S. So 73rd question, the answer is R2 by 2 minus S. Okay. Now, in a 2 wattmeter method, the W1 is equal to 500 watts is equal to W2. That means both the readings will showing the same reading. Then the power factor is theta is equal to tan inversion of root 3 into W2 minus W1 divided by W1 plus W2. When the both are 0, the tan theta value will be 0, as a power factor cos theta will be 1 here. So answer is C. The other options are 0.8, 0 and 1 and 0.3. Option will be C is the right option. Next question. The three lamps are connected in a series across 120 volts and current of 1.5 amperes. The resistance of the two lamps are 30 ohms and the third resistance is. So simply here one lamp is there, another lamp is there, another lamp is there. So this is will be 30, 30, let it be R. And what is the voltage they given? They mentioned that the voltage is 120 volts, okay, and 1.5 is the current carrying, okay, 1.5 is current carrying. Now what is will be the third resistance here? Simply you can take 120 is equal to 1.5 into 60 plus R here, okay. So substitute this and find the value of R, okay, so we'll get the answer. So the options are 20 ohms and 10 ohms and 30 ohms and 40 ohms, okay. Okay, the answer will be, yes, it is 20 ohms here. Next one, hunting occurs in and dash motor. So hunting occurs especially in which motors? Where there is a difference between the stator and rotor speeds are there, okay. uh, Here in synchronous machine there is no difference in speed, so both the rotor and stator is going to be aligned with each other, so there may be a tendency of magnetic locking, okay. So hunting occurs in a synchronous motor, so not a decision motor, DC series motor, and in induction motor. Next one, extension range of moving iron ammeter range can be increased by. So extension of moving iron ammeter can be increased by connecting an shunt element, okay, which having low resistance, so that the entire current can be bypassed here, okay. So that is the answer for this question is a shunt. So by making some shunt, suppose if it is the same thing in case of a voltmeter, means we can use multipliers. Next question, at f is equal to dash, the RLC series circuit operates at unity power factor. So okay, in series circuit which is operating at unity power factor means it is a condition of resonance. So at a resonance where the total inductive reactance of the circuit is equal to total capacitive reactance of the circuit, okay. So by using this derivation you can find the frequency if is nothing but 1 by 2 pi into square root of L by C. So here they asked about frequency. Suppose if they ask omega, the frequency in radians per second, then you will get the answer 1 by square root of into LC, okay. So answer for this question is C. Next one, 79 question here. So here in this question they given a network, and the question is to find the relationship between the voltage and the current here, and simply they given a mentioned inductance here. Now first of all finding the angle here, so we consider the voltage as a reference phasor, and because of the plus sign here we will consider it as a inductive load. Suppose if it is a negative sign, then we can consider as a capacitive load, okay. So theta is nothing but here, so tan inversion of the reactive component is 10 divided by actual is raised to component is 10, so it is nothing but you will get a 45 degrees is the angle between the voltage and current. Now the question is who leads the voltage, who leads the current? So here as we assume that there is a inductive load, that means the voltage always leads the current by angle of 45 degrees. So answer is leads 45 degrees, lags 45 degrees, C both, D none. So answer is leads the 45 degrees here. Next one, the skin effect does not depends upon. So skin effect does not depends upon. So we know that the skin effect is inversely proportional to skin depth, okay. The skin effect is depends upon the conductivity, permeability and the frequency here, okay. And it depends upon the shape of the conductor, it depends upon the diameter of the conductor, it depends upon the frequency, but it is very less depends upon the operating voltage, okay. It depends upon the less depends upon the operating voltage, but it depends upon the nature of the voltage, either it may be DC or it may be AC. So understand this point here. Depends upon the nature of the voltage but not operating voltage. So correct answer for this one is operating voltage is the right answer, ADB. Next one, there is one more question in the networks. The question is asked is IN. Okay, so here I made a short here. Actual question is what will be the Norton's equivalent current here. So to find the Norton's equivalent current, what we'll do is we'll simply make this short circuit here. As we know the basics, short circuit. Two short circuits will give a resistance of 0. So this is also short circuit. Now what will be the current? Okay, so these two combined together means same short circuit here. 360 in 30 ohms. So simple formula is I is equal to IN is equal to 360 divided by 30. It is nothing but 120 amperes. So answer, as you can see here, it is 120 amperes. Okay, so this will be the correct answer. Next one, hysteresis losses list depends upon. Hysteresis losses depends upon the volume of the material, as you see in the formula Stemm's equation. Okay, volume of the material. And next one is it depends upon the frequency. Okay, frequency also depends upon, and the Stemm's coefficient also depends upon, and it is not depends upon ambient temperature. So our answer will be ambient temperature. Why? Because Stemm's equation is nothing but B max. Okay, so B max to the power of 1.6 into frequency into volume V. Okay, here will be a constant called K. That's nothing but Siemens constant. Okay, descendant depends upon ambient temperature. Next one, for a 3-layer wire, the number of strands in the first and second and the third layers respectively. Okay, if you go through the formulas of power system, there I discussed the one point that number of strands or number of layers, which is equal to 3 into n square minus 3n plus 1. Substitute, for example, n is equal to 1 here, n is equal to 0. First of all, 0 layer now. So n is equal to 0 means you will get a 1 here. Okay, 1. N is equal to 2 means, so n is equal to 2 means 3 into 2 means 4 minus 6 plus 1. So 12 minus 6 means only 6. After that 1. Okay, so it is going to be 7 and next it is going to be 14. So for the 83rd question, the answer is, so the answer will be 1 7 and the third layer will be 19 here. Okay, make it correction here. So 1 7 19. So D will be the right answer. Let's move to the next question here. The term burden referred to which type of transformer? Okay, the term burden is referred to the current transformer. Why? Because it has a less few turns of winding. Okay, when the current carrying is more and the voltage drop is less. Okay, so it turns to the it refers to the term burden here. So burden refers to current transformers. Okay, the other options are potential transformer, power transformer, distribution transformer. Okay, next one. For the measurement of a three-phase reactive power, the current coil CC, and here I given here CC means current coil, and the pressure coil means PC, are connected across. Okay, the options are CC in one phase, pressure coil PC across the two phases. So PC is going to be connected across the two phases. The next option is PC, pressure coil in one phase, CC coil in across two phases. So remember here, simple logic, don't need to go to discussion detail. Current coil will be always in series. Okay, so pressure coil is always in between two points. Because pressure is nothing but pressure between 2 points, reference point and another point. So current always is in series. Now from this logic itself, you can understand the answer will be for this question is yes, CC is in one phase and pressure coil across the two phases. So this is the answer. Okay. Next one. In a watt meter, the nature of PC and CC. What's the PC here? PC stands for pressure coil and CC for current coil. Okay. In a watt meter, the nature of pressure coil. So pressure coil is resistive in nature. Current coil is in inductive in nature. Okay. And the answer, as you can see, here having R comma L, L comma L. R stands for resistor here, L stands for inductance, L stands for inductor, R stands for resistance, and C stands for capacitance. So answer here it is 86. A will be the right answer. Okay. Next one. And from the digital electronics subject, the realization of the full adder circuit is done by using So very important question. This question is repeated in most of the examinations. Okay. The realization of a full adder circuit is done by using here in the notation is HA means half adder. So how many? Two half adders and one OR gate. The other options, one half adder, okay, OR gate, two half adder, okay, uh, and two OR gates here. Okay, answer will be two half adder plus one OR gate required. How many PN junctions in UJT? Okay, the UJT stands for name itself uni junction transistor. Okay, as the name itself indicates, uni junction means answer will be one here. Okay, next one. The certain voltage and forward the cutting voltage and forward voltage in a silicon diode respectively. Okay, the cut-in voltage and forward voltage in a silicon diode respectively are, so they are zero point 0.7 volts comma 1 volt, zero point 0.7 volt comma zero point 0.6 volts, 1 volt comma zero point 0.7 volts, zero point 0.7 comma zero point 0.7. The cut-in voltage and forward bias voltage, so the cut-in voltage is 0.7 volts and another one will be 1 volt. So answer is 0.7 comma 1 volts. Friends, I have collected this question paper from the various examinations of APPSC AW examination as well as recently conducted uh, Polytechnic lecture examination. Likewise, I collected these questions from the various papers. Okay, so the chances are very high that the same questions may be expected in your examination. Okay, so go through each and every question carefully. But that's why I'm writing in a piece of paper. I'm not typing it. Why? Because I'm collecting it from various sources of examination. Okay, so be careful about this video. Okay, and my request is to watch the video completely online and make a note of this each and every question. Okay, if you got any doubt you can ask again. Okay, you can try to solve it in your own, and these notes will be useful as a final revision. Okay, one day or two day before the examination, don't watch the videos. Okay, whatever you have studied till now, just make it review. Okay, at the time the notes will be very useful. Okay, I'm saying. So the next one, in a 66 kV overhead transmission line, there are 3 units of the string of insulators. The voltage across the string is. So in a 66 kV overhead transmission line, 3 insulators are there. The voltage across the string. So question here it is the voltage across the string they are asking. The voltage across the disk they are asking. So if you take here, I will draw this here. So this will be a pole here, and like this, the 3 strings are there. Okay, sorry, the strings are going like this. Okay. Now, what will the voltage across the string means? It is always a phase voltage or line voltage. It is always a phase voltage, but the given what? Line voltage. Convert to phase voltage. So VPH is equal to VL by root 3. What they want? VL they given 66 divided by root 3 kV. Answer is B here. So this is a polytechnic lecture examination question. Okay. So most of the questions are from the Polytechnic and other SSC JEE examinations and APPSC AW examination paper. Okay. Next one. A semiconductor device triac contains. So triac means triode, which work on the AC supply. Okay. So triac means it's the anti-parallel connection of SERs. Answer will be A. Next one. What is the Lissajous pattern if the inputs to the CRO are 50 cos 50t plus 5 and 5 sin t, 5 sin of 50t plus 5. So see here cos here, sin here for the xy respectively. So they are going to make a circle here. Okay, the other options are straight line, horizontal line and ellipse. In my previous video also I discussed the same question here. There I have considered v sin omega t minus v sin omega t. So these two will cancel each other and they will make a straight line. Okay, so that is a answer. So for this question, circle is the answer. Okay. Next one. Which modulation technique does not use the past information for a modulation? Okay. So here the option is DM, ADM, PCM, ADPCM. Answer is PCM. Next one. In a communication system, the signal power is minus 13 dBm and the noise power is minus 1 dBm. The SNR will be. So the SNR will be, the options are minus 13 dB, 12 dB, 12 dBm, and the correct answer is 14 dB. Next one, channel capacity of a noise free channel having M symbols is given by. So channel capacity we need to find. Options are log M, M, 2 power M, M square. Okay, the answer for this question is it is a log M. Okay, next one, the modulation index of an amplitude modulated signal is a 0.7 and the carrier power is 14 watts. The calculate the total sideband power. Okay, the answer for this question is 12.39 watts, 23.14 watts, 18.43 watts, and the answer is D is 17.43 watts here. Next one, the two resistors RA and RB when they connected in parallel, it will give a resistance of 2 ohms. Okay, and in series it is 9 ohms. Then RA plus RB are respectively. So it's very simple question. So RA plus RB will be what? 9. RA RB by RA plus RB will be 9. Solve this puzzle. I will get the answer. It has 3 and 6. Okay. Next one. 4 ohm resistance having a current of 1 ampere flowing through it will dissipate the power of. So simply P is equal to I square into R. I will be what? 1 into, okay, I square into R na. So R will be what here? 4. So simple answer is 4 watts. Other options are 12, 8, 16. Okay. Next one. In a typical circuits, the stabilization factor is a topic from the amplifiers. S is equal to delta IC by delta IC naught. The change in collector current, okay, is dash. So it is less than 1, greater than 1, equal to 1, less than 1. So typical circuits means, okay, so answer will be it is greater than 1. And next one, and the last question for this session, in an RC phase shift oscillator, using field effect transistor, the sustained oscillations, the minimum voltage gain of the FET should be, I will repeat the question here, in an RC phase shift oscillator using FET for sustained oscillations, the minimum voltage gain of the FET should be. The options are 29, 64, 41, 56. The correct answer for this question is 29. Okay, so that's it for this session, friends. We'll continue the computer science paper in the next upcoming video. So please watch the video through all in so that you can increase the watch time. And one more request is that I have observed that only 18% of the subscribers or viewers watching the video and the remaining 72% are not subscribed to my channel. But I'm getting a statistic that if 100 people are watching the video, only 18% are subscribing to my channel and the remaining 72% are not subscribing. So my request is please subscribe to the channel, and it will encourages us to do better and better videos. Okay, as you can see in my previous videos, I just making 10 to 15 minutes. Now I am making for more than half an hour. It's because of you only. Suppose if you are subscribing more, I will improve the quality and quantity more also. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.